Hey, so Mercury retrograde is almost here. I already had some technical issues, which is completely normal for Mercury retrograde already actually on 8 when I was doing Facebook Live, nothing was working. And also today I was trying now to connect, but things were not actually functioning. So if you can hear me and if everything works fine, please just let me know. Today's video is about messages that I have received for Mercury retrograde. It starts on 14th of January and it's gonna last until 3rd of February. And first it's in Aquarius, and then from 25th of January it goes into Capricorn. So Mercury retrograde is everything about communication, which comes back to also relationships. And I really suggest you to watch the video, actually 2 videos that I did for this year, the year of 2022, where I explained everything about relationships and what are potentials, etc., etc. But with this retrograde, we are gonna look into what is supported, what is gonna be activated on collective level. So what are we healing together on a collective level, and what is potential, so what we can step into. So on a collective level, if we are just looking into this month of January, it feels like it's a slow month. It's a month of healing, of being with your own self. But yeah, what was the message that is going to be going on collective level for this Mercury retrograde is letting go of the shield around our heart. And why have we created that shield? To protect ourselves from what? Look into the experiences where we are not allowing ourselves to be completely authentic and speak our truth, stand behind firmly what we believe in. So really letting go and healing of all the doubts in yourself because of experiences in the past. So what are the reasons that you start believing in yourself? Why you don't feel when you don't feel safe to speak the truth? These are 2 things that can be manifesting for you in different relationships, in different ways, in this Mercury retrograde. Everything about speaking, about the authenticities, about being yourself goes back to the family. And if we had the space to be ourselves, to express ourselves, to do what we wanted, or our family, our parents wanted us to do what they actually wanted for us. So are we living our life the way we want to, or are we living our life according to society standards of our family, and are we actually being happy? So really looking into and healing all the area of our life that we are not standing in integrity, and on the other side where you maybe aggressive to yourself or to others because you don't feel safe, because something is really painful and you don't know how to handle it. And of course, relationships are the ones that can trigger that inside of us. So another thing really this month is about stripping illusions and telling the truth to ourselves, even when it is the hardest. So the message here was, when the illusion breaks, this actually hurts, because we were thinking, believing that things are different than they actually are, and this is what it's painful. And most of the time it's painful because we didn't listen to ourselves, because we didn't listen to our intuition. So on a collective level, it's really about this healing of the relationship with ourselves in the first place, and developing tighter relationship with our higher self, and strengthening our intuition, really standing and knowing that what we feel is right, that this is our truth and that this is our life, and what matters is what our truth is, what certain relationship, certain situation is showing to us. In the end, what matters is, what is this for us? I'm not saying that you should be selfish, but that you really look into, why is this that way? What is your truth? Why are you feeling the way you're feeling? Why are you reacting the way you are reacting? So when we are talking about shield around our heart, we are also, of course, talking about stability and security, and we are then talking about our root chakra. So like I said in the beginning, all about this safety, having this safe space to be who you are and speak your truth, comes from your family. What are our roots? What is our foundation? Really looking into that. Why are we not feeling safe to speak the truth, to be ourselves? What happened in the past? What happens in our body when we feel like the belief that we also have around safety and stability of being who we are and speaking our truth? So really healing on root chakra on a collective level as well, and stepping deeper into the courage, stepping deeper into power, more firmly being, living in your convictions, in your truth, building your own foundation. And on the other side, whatever needs to go, that we allow it to crumble, that we allow it to go. So we mentioned now emotions. So the shield that we have built around our heart, safe, stability, so heart chakra, root chakra, and now we will speak also about the third eye, and about seeing all the possibilities that the life is offering to us. So when something traumatic happened for us in the past, or something that we started believing that we cannot be ourselves, that if we will be ourselves, we will not be accepted, we will not be supported, we will not be loved, etc., etc. So from that, we then build different beliefs and different limitations, which are not allowing us to see all the opportunities that life is actually offering to us. So I encourage you for this Mercury retrograde to be conscious and aware of when you are sticking to a certain beliefs, when you don't want to move, when you don't want to open up to other different perception, when you're wanting things your way, when you're really sticking to your opinion, and why is it that way. We can really see that in relationships when we are triggered, when some old stuff are triggered inside of us, and we decide, no, this is this way. And sometimes we don't want to listen to the other side. But until we separate ourselves from emotions, which doesn't mean that you suppress your emotions, but that we have the ability to recognize all those emotions, but still look at the things from higher perspective, from distance. Okay, so separating ourselves from emotions and opening up to the answers that are beyond our current situation. So whatever we are attracting to our life for this Mercury retrograde, whatever kind of relationships, this is happening for a reason. Don't try not to take it personally, and more seeing things in the way of what is this relationship showing to me, and what is an opportunity for me right now to let go of, to set myself free. Okay, so 3 chakras, like I said: third eye, heart chakra, and root chakra. So we have the chance to create a new solid foundation on new ground, crumble and let go of everything that is not serving us anymore, really letting go of all the burdens of the past, allowing that it comes to transformation and ascension. Okay, so be aware with this Mercury retrograde of the feeling of unworthiness, betrayal, and abandonment. Those are also 3 things. And with that being said, also worthiness. Feeling worthy or unworthy, trying to find the attention, validation, be noticed by somebody else, trying to get all those things from the outside world, and not finding it within you. So actually depending on those, on that attention, validations, and on the feeling of being noticed. Okay, so where are you needy? This is the question here. Where are you needy? Okay. And like I said before, it is really the chance for you to let go of all of these old patterns and find the stability of being yourself, of being vulnerable, finding stability and safety in speaking your truth. This is the potential of this Mercury retrograde. And what was interesting as well, when we are talking, what came up was when we are talking about relationships, we are of course talking also about sacral chakra. And our sacral chakra, our sexual chakra, is connected with relationships and with creative energy. And this Mercury retrograde can also show you why and for which reason, because of what happened in the past, your creative energy, your sexual energy is blocked. Okay, so show you everything that is blocking your manifestation, your creativity. Really be aware of different messages that the universe is giving you in many different ways. And on the other side, by choosing differently, because all those relationships, all those events are only an opportunity for you to choose differently, to rewrite. They are triggering something from the past, and it's for us to recognize it and decide what we want to do with it and rewrite it. It's not about us going into the victim mode, about reacting, but that we are that we are holding this space for ourselves, that we are seeing what our truth is, and that we are deciding what we want to do with what we are feeling and with what we are seeing. Okay? And of course, to be honest with ourselves, because like I said in the beginning, what hurts is when we are not honest with ourselves. We cannot expect honesty from other people, but we can expect honesty from ourselves. So being honest with yourself, what you feel, what you see, what is your truth, and deciding accordingly what your intuition is saying you, not what is a reaction. So recognizing what is a trigger and then a reaction to that trigger, okay? And what is your intuitive, soft message of your higher self, of your soul, okay? So yes, it is also an opportunity for you to really let go of all these blocks with manifestation and creativity, so you will really be able to create more loving and kind relationships in your life. And before we stop, today I'm gonna pull 3 more cards, numerology guidance cards. But I have a feeling like I have forgot about something. Let me see in my notes. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna put it in the description if it comes up again, but if it's important, it's gonna come up also with the additional cards. Okay, what else with this Mercury retrograde? Okay, this is what I wanted to talk about as well. Karmic completion. Okay, like I said, we really have the chance to complete the cycle. 10 is a numerology, the number in numerology of balance, and stepping and being in your power. What I was explaining in different ways through this life. So karmic completion. And here, what I mentioning also in the live with the messages of this year, really recognizing which relationships in our life are nurturing, are aligned with our frequency, with who we are on one side, which are our soulmates in our life, that we are growing together, that we are supporting each other, that things are just flowing and it's not hard, okay? And which are the relationships that there is a lot of drama, that there is a lot of triggers, etc., etc., and recognizing who and which are the karmic relationships in our life. So what is showing us this Mercury retrograde is the opportunity of completing the cycle, so completing these patterns, these unhealthy patterns in relationships, the patterns of our soul, on the level of our soul, and of also our ancestors, of our family. Okay. Domestic harmony. So harmony 46, harmony with home, okay, within our home. And our home is our body, our home is where we live, and our home is our family, okay? And the feeling of family and home can give us certain people that are our soul tribe, and also family itself, when we are really connected with our family. So even if we have certain challenges, this Mercury retrograde is giving us an opportunity to ascend those challenges. Okay, we have number 46, and 4 is a number of structure, and 6 is a number of love. Okay, and the last card before I finish. Another confirmation. Time out. Okay, taking time out when we need it. Okay, sometimes in our relationships, some things can be triggered, some things can be coming up to the surface, and let us stop there. Okay, let us not continue. Why am I mentioning this? I've noticed that in one of my latest sessions, the fear of letting go of conflict and having the need to convince somebody in something, to prove something, but behind that, the fear of losing that person, the fear of abandonment. So let us let go of that, take some time out, have time for nourishing ourselves, to see what our truth is, to reflect on everything. And knowing as well, when you are vulnerable, when you are tender, when a lot of things are open up for you, knowing that if you are not processing what is already open up for you, most of the time people will unground themselves, and by ungrounding, you have to know that then you are absorbing things from your environment, and you don't want that. It's better to take a time out to protect yourself when you are being tender, when you are being vulnerable, when you feel maybe brokenhearted, that you take this time out and that you nurture yourself. Okay, so that's actually it. Thank you for joining me. Wishing you a powerful Mercury retrograde, full of blessings, and what I think is the best potential here that came out is karmic completion, which also what this year is about karmic healing. So we can let go a huge weight here in this period of 3 weeks. So let us do the work. Let us do the necessary work on ourselves, and not that we are projecting that somebody else has to do the same. Just do and take care of yourself. Okay, thank you for joining me. Wishing you a beautiful night or day, wherever you are. Bye-bye.